folks. Welcome to Homo Politicals on Enterprise TV. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Again, on the program, we interrogate the issues thrown up, as I always say, by contemporary Nigeria, just so you know. Today, 2027 politics, whither the youth. Take it again, 2027 politics, where do the youth stand? Okay, when former President Muhammadu Buhari signed the Not Too Young to Run bill on May 30th, 2018, before a selected but invited youth from across the country at Abuja, one thought the young minds in our country were ready to open a totally new vista for leadership in the world's most populous black country. But alas, the youth in my country became lethargic and predictable. Much energy seemed dissipated on the arts, performing and creative, and many others believe that excellence in social and related media practice is the way to go. Lamentably too, social vices have taken a huge toll on their endeavor. Now, 2027 politics is beginning to heat up. Are the youth in my country strategizing? Am I misreading the young generation? What am I missing here? Shall we have a conversation? My guest this morning is Honorable Ayobami Ladipo. He is, by definition, a media practitioner and a social commentator. I greet you.
Thank you, sir.
For coming, Ayo.
Thank you, sir.
How are you today?
I'm very well. I'm good.
Okay. When it is said that the youth are the future of a country, what strikes you?
The same thing we read for maybe about 30, 40 years. That youth are the leaders of tomorrow.
Okay.
And tomorrow is still, we're still looking forward to when tomorrow will be. And while some feel that tomorrow is now, some are still aspiring for a tomorrow that might never come. But I think tomorrow is now.
Yeah. Look at the Nigerian youth, and can you beat your chest and say it is ready for that tomorrow?
Categorically, no.
Why this?
Because they say when it comes to leadership, there is a need for proper orientation, understanding, strategizing. There's a need for the Nigerian youth to strategize about leadership. It is not just about noise making. So far, in the last couple of years, what we've seen of the Nigerian youth is noise making, complaints,
Plastic noise.
plastic noise. And so, especially with the advent of social media, that's given everybody an opportunity to voice out their complaints and be a voice. So everyone just takes over that space to shout and do this and insult, abuse anybody and everybody. But will that take you to the place of leadership? No.
Okay.
There's a need for the Nigerian youth to be a part of the system, be involved, for you to understand the political terrain,
The dynamics
of politics and leadership. You have Nigerian youths abroad who, in a couple of countries, they're part of the system. In UK, in America.
I can tell you for free now that I'm not assuming you don't know. There are 4 Nigerian youths involved in the Joe Biden government
administration.
If they were here, would they be relevant? Would they be that relevant?
If they were here.
Yeah.
So if they were here and they have contributed their quota and if they've been a part of the system,
would the system have propped them up?
So I feel that the system would allow you get involved. Now it depends on the kind of mentorship that you get. Because in every part of leadership, for you to be a leader, you must be a follower.
Oh yeah.
Now when you're following, then who is your mentor? Who is educating you? Who is grooming you? So most times it takes the right leader, the right mentor, the right political leader to put you through.
You're right. The word right here is relative.
Yeah. So because it's whatever
It depends on who is where and when.
Yeah, exactly. So because it's what you know that you can give. You can the information I do not have, I can't give to the next person. What I have not consumed, I cannot sell to you.
Okay. Ayo, let me tease you a little. I know that you are 39 years waiting to be 40. And 40, we are told, is the youth of old age.
Yeah.
But look at these names. Dimeji Bankole, former speaker, Yahya Bello, former governor, Donald Duke, former governor. These were not old men.
Yeah, no.
They were young men.
Young, I guess.
Did they impact their societies, different societies, positively, would you say?
I would just say they were probably a bit average. Dimeji Bankole was speaker. I remember that when he became speaker, there was the expectation was loud, it was high. People expected a lot more. But there was a major issue that year that he had with the then governor of Ogun State, Daniel. There was something that happened around the commissioning of a bridge in Songo, Jojo, where it was alleged that somebody had hit somebody and, all of those things.
Put simply, it was tainted.
It was tainted. The narrative is what even some grandmothers are living with till today. And that was before the advent of social media. And so those were the days where a rumor would fly and people would live with it. Now, I feel that maybe he wasn't so prepared for leadership at that period. It was just an opportunity.
Yeah, because you talked about mentoring. And so you are wondering if these people had mentors.
He had an opportunity via his father, who is a strong figure in Ogun State.
Yeah, for instance, I remember when we were indulged in our pep talk, you were influenced more by your dad.
Yeah.
So today you are a media practitioner. So not by accident.
Not by accident, no. So the thing is, growing up, my father would sit, I would say for my family, the Ladipos family, my grandfather was a teacher, was an ed teacher. So literature or reading was a Ladipos thing that always been a thing. So my father would read newspapers. He would send me to newspapers vendor to go and buy. Then even during my holidays, I became a friend to newspaper vendors.
Okay.
So from reading complete sports to reading politics, when you're in your GS classes, you want to read the one that is easy to understand.
That's it.
Getting into the secondary school, then politics. So I began to read. Those are the days when the NTA will start at 4 p.m. So I would listen when my dad and his friends are arguing and talking politics, the days of SDP. Then the major one was June 12, 1993. Because that kind of had a direct impact on me and my family. My mom was pregnant of my kid's sister, and she had to go to Secret Heart Hospital Lantoro in Abeokuta. We're living in Ifo, Ogun State. That was where she delivered. And because there was no telephones, it was 1993, no telephone, no social media. When she gave birth, so it was only my father that could go visit her, and it was a cesarean operation. So she couldn't come home immediately. So I think it took about a month or so. And even the night she was coming home there, the whole protest, the nationwide protest was fully blown. She came midnight in a chartered car that had leaves in solidarity.
Yeah.
So I witnessed that. I witnessed the Sunday Abacha era where we would go pack sawdust to make our cooking what's it called? To make our cooking stove to cook. I witnessed all of this, and as a child, you see these things. Do you want it to continue? No. It was nothing I wanted to continue. So so the interest started growing inside of me.
Yeah. Essentially, what you have told me now underscores the fact that parenting had a direction at the time.
A whole lot. Because then, those were the days when values was very, very high. Morals was a yardstick for measuring success, for measuring how good you are as a child. When even you don't really want your mom's friend to see you doing something bad.
Yeah.
Because those are the days when if your mom's friend or your dad's friend that seen you do something messing up, and they try to scold you, just know that it is better they scold you outside than reporting to your parent, because you're as good as gone when you go. But no, this is the case.
So parenting has gone awry, as the white man would say. So parenting is at fault, generally.
Because when you say, there was a campaign that started a couple of years ago, change starts with me or something. Change starts with the family.
Yeah.
Because it is from home that we exhibit whatever traits that we take outside.
The home, we are told, is a microcosm of society.
And that's just a simple truth. So this, now, when I was growing up, there used to be, your child is not, so there's a proverb in Yoruba that says, interpreted as, your child is not a dry cleaner or a laundry person. And it's
an extension is kakakegenika etumbo rather than the finger.
You're still putting a ring on it, so you're making him feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You're making him feel comfortable. Now, these are, so then, if you go home with a pen or a Bible that's not even yours,
you must do a lot of explaining.
You would explain.
Okay, folks, we'll take a breather now, just so we have a sip of water. We'll be back. Remember, we're discussing 2027 politics and popping the question, where are the youth? Is the young generation ready for 2027? We'll be back shortly.
Price TV, your one-stop shop for news, programs, human angle stories, the economy, sports, and much more. We go the extra mile to bring incredible details to you. So hop on the train now. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.
All right, folks, welcome back. Let's keep the conversation going. 2027 politics, whither the youth. On my guest remains the media practitioner and social commentator, Ayobami Ladipo. Yeah, Ayo, with due deference to the late Professor Chinua Achebe, there was a country in this country. There was a country where things appeared to work. I saw a bit of that country. I wonder about you, you know. So let's look at 2027 politics. Do you think the now generation is ready? Remember, I said at the beginning, the not too young to run law was signed in 2018. 6 years, 7 years on, looks like they're not ready for anything. Or am I missing anything?
You know, I said earlier that, so I understand that for you to effect a change, then you need to be part of the system to effect a change. Now, how do you become a part of that system? Politically, join a political party, register, contribute your quota, register your displeasure, pick a nomination form to contest an election. You can't sit outside the fence and you just expect a change. Now, you don't want to be ruled or governed by miscreants. You don't want to be governed by people who you feel they are not worthy being called leaders, they are not worthy being called governors or being called senators or presidents. But you that you think you have the qualities, you have everything, the skill, the mindset, you are seated. It's a major one. That's why on election day, you see again, you play football on the streets. It's not just a noise.
This seeming diffidence with politics, the Nigerian youth cannot be bothered by politics. Is it their fault?
So that they cannot be bothered by politics, it still sounds very funny. And I think a major one that is responsible for this is, you see that get quick rich syndrome.
Get rich quick.
Get rich quick syndrome. They don't.
It's caught on like wildfire.
So for them, it is just money and nothing more. Everybody just wants to make money. Oh, I don't care about Nigeria. Oh, whatever Nigeria is doing, I don't care. Whatever Nigeria is doing, and that's Nigeria. You've forgotten that that's your country. That's where you are. That's your habitation. If it does not work, your money becomes useless. Whatever comfort that you think you have can go down in a day.
Yeah.
But you need to be a part of that system. The Nigerians who are abroad, who are being a part of Joe Biden's government and even the UK government, Kemi something, I can't remember. Now.
Involved in...
They've been involved, not in 2 years, over the years. And not by shouting, not by making noise. As a matter of fact, we didn't get to know about them until when they got to the pinnacle of leadership. So when
the system threw them out.
Yeah, exactly. They've been there, they've been doing different things.
And let me tease you a little. On 20th October 2020, the much vaunted NSAS protest rocked the country.
Yes.
And so you thought it was a golden opportunity for the young generation, but they dashed our hopes.
You see,
wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so when I said that leadership goes beyond just agitation, it goes beyond just the aluta mindset. Oh, we are going to make noise.
We no go agree, we no go agree.
You see that we no go agree. We no go agree, we no go agree, we allow you make noise. But those that will sit and have conversation will not be shouting, we no go agree. Now, NSAS afforded the Nigerian youth the opportunity to sit down and liaise with government. You got a couple of wins. Nigerian youth got wins, but they did not focus on the wins. The wins should
but to you, it was a golden opportunity.
It was a golden opportunity. Now, you tabled a 5 for 5 to government. Part of it was scrap SARS. At first, they renamed it and to SWAT. And he said no, within that same time frame, and they scrapped it. At least scrap, complete scrap. You asked for police reform. You asked for... I remember that everything on that 5 for 5 was attended to right there and then.
So what should the youth have done?
At that point, you should have taken that...
Re-strategize,
take it off the streets. Now, you know that you have been able to capture this. You have achieved what you wanted to achieve. 5 for 5. Now, it means that you can push this government or the next government. You can push your narrative, you can push your agitations, you can table things.
And in the process, throw up your
leaders. Yeah. While there was NSAS, you said you guys didn't have leaders, there were no leaders. Okay, but government listened. Now, who were those who liaised the government? But government listened and did these things. But is there a need for another noise? But you see we no go green mindset. No green.
Aluta mindset.
That aluta mindset, it was what pushed. It's when you've been doing things in excess, excessive noise would make people see less of your values. Because
so you think the social media came as a misnomer here?
Maybe not a misnomer per se, because the social media afforded the Nigerian youth in particular the opportunity to vent their anger, register their displeasure, and put out their complaints. But there's an abuse of that social media.
And I have a popular line: the youth lack restraint. They really don't know when to apply the brake.
They don't know when to apply the brake. They don't know when to stop. They don't know when to say some things and when not to say it. Insult is now the order of the day. They are no respecter of anyone anymore. Nobody is what's being honored by them, especially on the social media space. Nobody.
All right. Let me introduce a new element here. Substance abuse is... Okay. Am I tickling your fancy?
Seriously.
Substance abuse has come here. I hear you'll be damned if you made to snatch a bottle of soft drinks from your brother. You know, if you took a sip, goodness knows where you might end up in,
Because it's more comfortable and convenient for you to take a cup of even wine from an old person than to take soft drink from the younger generation.
Oh, really?
Because you don't
feel safe.
You don't have an idea, especially when you see them with bottles of soda drinks. and it looks covered, and they carry it.
Cuddling
So they're cuddling it, yeah, with so much concern. It looks like it's so fragile. Then beware, run. You see that popular video? They say run, oh, run.
Yeah.
Run. Substance abuse has become another pandemic on its own. It has taken over the brain of the Nigerian youths. You see them on the road, you see videos on social media. You can hardly take 20 young boys and girls on the streets. You see, the sad part of it is when I was growing up, it was boys that used to smoke cigarettes. The ones that even smoke weed would do it in the corner. Nobody would know. But now, girls, young girls in their teenage age, 16, 17, 18, are smoking all sorts.
And they say it is hip.
Yeah, so it's trending for them.
All right, let's move from there to cultism. Is another canker one. And I dare say that cultism is much more dangerous than Boko Haram.
Very, very, because Boko Haram is just a sect. And so you know that if I go this route, I might encounter these people. But now cultism, they brought cultism to your houses, to your doorstep, to your streets. When we were growing up, cultism was in the higher institutions, on campuses. It was something.
They were pressure groups.
Yeah, pressure group on campuses.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I'm sorry. The Kegites were also another of those pressure groups.
Yes, but at least Kegites were not like cultists, but it was something related.
Yeah.
So you could see
you wanted to belong. That's what I mean.
Yes, so you want to be with them. But now, cultism has been taken to your doorstep on the streets. The organizer on your street that pumps your tire.
You don't say.
It's that bad. The mechanic, the bus conductors. Let there be a little fire that breaks up in town, and you're seeing them chanting different cult slogans, and you are wondering, Fadai,
are we in trouble?
We are. If we're not in trouble, what we experienced during NSAS, we wouldn't have experienced it. Because we are at a point where the youths are just waiting like, right now, the Nigerian youths, they look like a tickling time bomb. They're just waiting for that instruction, that spark, bam, and they go. Without any reasonable
clear cut ideology or whatever.
Because I don't want to repeat the word. I don't want tautology. Ideology, yes. And so they just want
and politics is not one of them.
Now, they become a tool. The Nigerian youth have become a tool in the hand of those who are using them. They become the pawn in the hand of the users. They do not even understand politics.
Are you saying they hardly think?
They don't even listen. It will be okay if they listen. You can think. You will think when you listen. Because it is when you listen to that you begin to process. But you do not even listen, let alone think. Do they understand governance? Do they understand the dynamics of politics? Do they understand the bureaucracy of governance? Do they understand what it means to work in a ministry in the state government? They don't. It's like when you work in a financial institution, you work in a bank. Until you get to work in a bank, you don't understand the operational system. Now, for politics, they do not even.
Ayo, you come to me as an opinion leader. Do you think you have some of these youths on your side?
Yeah. So for me, I try as much as possible to influence and educate everyone around me, regardless of your level of education. Even the ones that the megads around me in my estates, around my access. Because I make you understand that it is not just about, hey, government should do this, government should do that. Governance starts from your home, from your locality, from your community. If I am responsible in my community, if the next person is responsible in his, it means that we'll have safe areas to live in, safe places to live in. The community will be safe. It will be neat. We'll take care of our environment. These are things that will be done. Then we can push and ask questions from our leaders.
Yeah. As we begin to coast home, Let me introduce another crazy element here.
Okay.
The LGBT community is gaining ground in my country. That's alarming.
So I would answer that question using the Nigerian constitution.
Okay.
This is against the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So whatever, and when you want to be a part of leadership, you should abide by the rules of the land. If the country says no, then it is no. No is no. So so the youth that you want to bring into governance and leadership needs to understand that, see, your community is not a part of this green, white, green nation. This green, white, green nation does not recognize it. And I do not think that for whatever reason it will be recognized. As long as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria does not recognize it, then let it be outside that space. It should not, that community should not come into the
Does it
space of
not bother you? At what point did we go mad?
Sincerely, that part is one that I still try to understand. I think it's just an influx of the Western world that we overly celebrated. You know, this everything that we want to do like the Westerners. Nigerians can like to overdo. Want to do like the Westerners, but so we tend to now pick the ones that suit us, the ones that we feel want to jump on that bandwagon. Meanwhile, there are other things that we will never copy like them. No, but these ones, anything that gives this unnecessary freedom.
Yeah, we spoke in passing during a pep talk about internet fraud and all that.
Yeah.
That some of our youths are like the linchpins here.
They are smart, they are talented, but they use their smartness
And talent.
the wrong way. Now, for you to be street smart does not mean you need to be a fraudster. It doesn't mean you need to be a thief. Being street smart it means that even if you live in a particular location, and you think, I need to make money. How do I make money? Wait, in this area, they don't have anybody that offers this particular service. I can do it. I can render this. Oh, if I run a laundry here, do I need to use my hand? No, I can use a machine. If I get 2 machines, do I need to take a loan? Yes. But these people don't have anybody that renders this service. I can start making money. While I'm making money, if I see an empty space of land there, I can lease it for a car wash. That's you being street smart. That's you trying to create wealth for yourself. Not that you need to start thinking of how to just
Defraud
people. But you see, I said something earlier. I said, while we had the pep talk, that the Nigerian financial space, I feel, is one of the most secured in the world. It's why the so-called Yahoo boys have not been able to run down, and the Yahoo boys have not been able to run down Nigerian banks. If the way they do wire fraud with all those foreign banks, the Bank of Americas, the Chase Bank, and the rest of them, if the way they transfer their money, their funds, is the way they have access to Nigerian banks' database here, we
would have been a total mess.
We won't have a bank. Anyway.
Really?
Let's use a typical example. All these microfinance banks that have a capital base of about maybe 35 million or 50 million. Imagine that they are able to get their logins and move money of petty traders or people who borrow to run their businesses. You won't have them anymore. No, you won't. You won't. Before they can steal your money in a Nigerian bank today, there has to be a collaboration
from an insider.
An insider, or those ones that will call you on the phone and say, "Hello, I'm calling you from your bank. Don't you know? Yeah, this is your bank officer, your account officer. We sent you an SMS now. Can you call it?" But they don't do all of that to move their money. No, they get all the tools. If these boys can do it here, there won't be a CBN.
In other words, you are saying, yes, the Nigerian youth is creative.
Very.
The creative inventiveness of the Nigerian youth is something you clap for. But most of the time, the creativeness is in the negative.
Because values have been eroded.
Okay.
Because everyone just wants money.
Ayobami, the last word will come from you. You look straight into the camera now. And for 30 seconds, sweet sell 2027 politics to the youth.
Okay, again, my name is Ayobami Adegwega Ladipo. This is my very simple message to the Nigerian youths. The road to 2027 starts now. The journey is what we have kickstarted already. It's time for the Nigerian youth to come together to become a formidable force, to be a part of a change that they desire, to be a part of a tomorrow that they want to witness, to be a part of a system that they've always complained about and they want changes. You cannot effect change when you sit outside the fence or when you are just complaining. Be a part of the system, join a political party, contribute your own quota, pick a nomination form, and be willing to serve, be willing to go through that process. You can't be a leader without being a follower. That's the
essentially play by the rules.
Play by the rules. Play by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and do that which is expected of you. Stand for what is right, respect yourself, and represent your family maximally. Bring back the values of the Nigerian youth. Thank you.
All right, so we'll leave it there for today, but thank you. I'm sure you'll continue the debate wherever you might be at.
Thank you.
I want to thank Honorable Ayobami Ladipo for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. On behalf of the Backroom Boys, I say thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.